So there's about 3 things that I think really matter when it comes to astral projection. That being your mindset, how well your energy flows, and your level of awareness. Now, with that being said, here is how I left my body in under 30 minutes. So, in the last video, if y'all seen it, that was a little quick video that I made right after I left my body. And I know that happened within 15 minutes, even though my timer was set for an hour. But there were so many experiences, you feel me? And after having this one, I'm starting to really piece together these different planes of reality and how everything's working and stuff like that, you know? So stay tuned in the future for what I got coming. But bro, I wasn't even trying to leave my body at all. All I was trying to do was just withdraw my awareness from this physical reality, which is what we do when we experience that real deep sleep that feels super blissful, no dreams, all that shit. That's what we're doing. We are just withdrawing our awareness from this reality. You feel me? It's exactly what's happening. Now, if you go to sleep and you have a long sleep with no dreams, but you still wake up irritated or something like that, that's because on some level, you are still plugged into physical reality. You're probably having thoughts and emotions that were pertaining to maybe your day, that pertain maybe to some past events that you still haven't processed, all that type of stuff. You feel me? With that being said, that's all I was trying to do. It's pretty much like consciously going unconscious. You feel me? It's kind of like that pretty much. Now, in order for me to do that, I decided to set a timer for 30 minutes, right? So I cleared my space and then I laid on my bed and set a timer for 30 minutes. And then I said a certain mantra, right? That allows me, you feel me, to just get deep and deep and deep and deep. And as I was getting deeper and stuff like that, right? Things were definitely popping up inside my head. Like things from my memory were coming up inside my head and forming, little dreams and stuff like that. You feel me? But I wasn't trying to experience that. So I just kept on getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And as I got deeper, I had hit this space inside of myself. And then I remembered how you could generate energy inside of yourself, which is what we do when we go to sleep. Because you know how we go to sleep tired, and if we have that real good sleep, we wake up energized. We just generate energy inside of ourselves, you feel me? So you could do that consciously, you feel me? So I thought about doing that and I just did it. Now you want to know, how do you do that? You asking me that is like asking me how did I just lift my arm. Like I just know how to do it, so I did it. I didn't say arm lift, it's just like, you know, it's like that, you feel me? And it's like that for, I feel like everybody. It's just you have to remember, you feel me? Because like I said, you do it when you go to sleep, you feel me? So, yeah. Now, with that being said, I was doing that, and I feel like that is what really activated my astral body. Now, you have, now, depending on what spiritual system you're looking at, right? You have the yogic system from India, and then you have the one from Egypt. Now, the one in Egypt is more complex, and I feel like it's a bit more in depth. Now, I feel like both are actually in depth, but for a simpler, for which one's more simple and probably easier for you to understand, is going to be the Indian one. You feel me? So you have a physical body, mental body, energy body, spiritual body, and a bliss body. Now, let me explain all these. The physical body is this. The mental body, right, is the mind. Now, your mind, right, the reason why they call it a mental body is because your mind is like a container. You feel me? And this is a scene, if you look inside Egyptian mythology, the symbol for your heart, which is what they know as the mind, is literally a vase, because a vase holds things. You feel me? It's literally, your mind's like a container. Now, the thing that thinks is your intellect, and then it pops up inside of your mind. You feel me? Now, with that being said, you have the physical body, the mental body, right? Every single part of yourself is intelligent. Even everything's intelligent, bro. Atoms are intelligent. So that intelligence and everything like that, that's the mental body. Now the energy body, right, is your flow of it's literally your flow of energy. Like you could actually feel that and manipulate that and get in tune with that shit, mainly with the breath. Now the spiritual body, that's kind of hard to describe. So the spiritual body, right, is not an actual body, as we should know. It's not like our physical body. The spiritual body is like a transitional phase from the physical to the non-physical. It has been also called the transitory body because it transitions you. Now, this is the body that we experience when we quote unquote leave our bodies and we are ascending onto the higher astral planes and not the lower mental planes. Then the bliss body is not, it's really just nothing. They call it the bliss body because they know that as soon as you touch it, you just become bliss. Now it's not made up of bliss, it's just that when you experience it, you experience bliss. For example, let's say that you hang out with somebody, right? And then they make you happy. The person isn't happy. They're not made of happiness. You just were with the person, right? And you experienced happiness with them, but they are not made of happiness. Same with this. It's this body, which is not actually a body, is not made of bliss. It's just that when you experience it, you experience bliss. You feel me? Now with that being said, right? When I generated energy inside myself, right, I was feeling really good, and that's because that was working on my mental body and my energy body. You feel me? And when you do that, it's kind of like working with your like with the mental body. It's like working with your mental senses because when you have dreams and stuff like that, right? Clearly, you're not using your physical body yet. It still feels real because your senses are actually produced by your mind. You feel me? So yeah, so that's what it was working on and everything like that, right? And then when I got as I was doing that, it started feeling really good, and then I just started to fall unconscious. Then after I fell unconscious, I became conscious again, and I felt super wavy. And I'm like, I bet I know what this is, cause I used to leave my body all the time for all my old subscribers. You already know that. You feel me? And y'all probably already saw the experiences before I deleted them. If you were a very old subscriber and stuff like that. But yeah, I was feeling all wavy and shit. So I'm like, I know what this is. I know what this is. You feel me? I'm getting hype. You feel me? So I'm trying to pop my joint up. Now this, right, is what I feel the mental body. Cause I was outside. I wasn't in this physical reality. I thought that I was though because I didn't have this understanding. It's like cause I studied this shit, but when you actually experience it after having the knowledge, you start knowing what the fuck's going on. Like when I astral projected before, I never even studied this shit. Now I stopped astral projecting on purpose, right? You feel me? I'll just let it happen naturally, right? Like it did now this time. You feel me? I stopped trying to astral project on purpose and instead I just learned about certain stuff, you feel me? Now that I experienced it, it's like, oh holy shit, I can map out which is which. So inside this, right? It's like I was inside of the mental plane. Now that's what most people now, if you ever heard of the etheric plane, that's what that is. It's a mental plane composed of basically things from your own psychology. So inside that state, when I was feeling the wavy arm and stuff like that, when I felt my arm all wavy and stuff like that, right? That's more of like so because I thought I was in physical reality, right? My body was condensed. You feel me? That's because my mental body. Because I think I'm in physical reality, that caused me to have physical form. But I also think that I'm about to leave my body. So because of that, I'm starting to, and because I generated energy, now my energy is flowing, right? That's the energy body, you feel like that. And because my thing was flowing properly, right? And I built up a good amount of it. I was starting to, it was when it was starting to enhance my mental body. You feel me? It was all starting to lead me on to the spiritual body, which is like a transitory body. You feel me? Now, studying Egyptian mythology, I could get more in depth, but that's pretty much what it is. Like, that's what it is. You feel me? So you must understand that, like, these bodies, right, aren't always just bodies. You feel me? So when it comes to these bodies, right, you shouldn't think about them necessarily as bodies like your physical body. Your mental body is not a body like your physical body. Your mental body is your mind that holds thoughts and emotions, and these thoughts and emotions will dictate the form that your energy takes. Now, because you have certain mental impressions, right, your energy has taken the form of a physical human being. Now, yogis, right, are known to be able to control when they want to die. That is because they have shifted their mindset, and now their energy has taken the form of the non-physical, which is leading on to the spiritual body and then eventually to the bliss body.